Hello guys. I just wanted to start this podcast by showing you my Christmas gift that Sofia got me. It's a very nice t-shirt. I don't know if you could see.
Yeah.
It's a Black Medium, Black Country New Road t-shirt, and she hated it, so she bought it for me because I like it. Yeah. That's how we started.
Happy New Year, everyone. This is the first podcast of 2023.
I'm just
Well, yeah,
warmer.
it's getting warmer because it's very cold, as you can see by the amount of layers that we are using. Sorry, I was preoccupied with the microphone. I hope you can hear us.
Yeah, we are on a train line, literally.
You are in the train line.
The phone is on a train line.
Yeah.
And we are just sitting by it. We don't think that there are any trains coming on this line. We never saw one. I think this is just not used. So if a train comes, we have to grab you so you don't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are we here today?
So we wanted to record our first episode of this new year, and as reflective people that we are, we thought about reflecting about some questions. Philosophy. So I just prepared some questions, and we are starting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is: who, I or you, became in 2022?
Want to start?
You can go, yeah.
I don't know what the questions are, so when you are reading them.
Yeah, I have them here. That's why I have with the phone.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking on the spot, so I think it's best so it's genuine.
Yeah.
So, who did I become in 2022? 2022. I became an immigrant.
It was my answer.
So it counts for the both of us. But you became, I became a wannabe immigrant. You became.
Yeah, I started working outside of Portugal, like in Frankfurt, where we are right now. So for sure, I also became someone who moved with her boyfriends.
Yeah. Started living fully with someone for the first time.
Someone you are in a relationship with.
It's,
I don't know anything more, but we can come. Yeah, yeah. Here you go.
I had that I forgot. I became like a part-time investor.
Mm-hmm.
So I now spend a lot of time with you as well, looking at the investments and understanding, reading news, looking at companies. So I classify it as a part-time investor, which is nice. Probably more things that we can do.
Yeah, I think we can return to this question because this is the hardest on the end of the episode, because I think we are reflecting on other things. So, what was unexpected in 2022?
Unexpected.
Unexpected. Yeah, moving abroad, it was not unexpected. I was working on that to happen. So, what was unexpected this year?
For me, it was unexpected the difficulties I went through to try to change my path, professional path.
It's quite hard questions. I knew it before. I was the one that got the questions, but it's so hard for me to think about. I always focus on the end part of the year, like when we moved in October, so it's like the rest of the year doesn't exist, which is not true. What was unexpected? Ooh. Unexpected. Falling in love with Dirty Dancing and being like the biggest passion in 2022. That was for sure unexpected.
It lasted for some months.
Yeah, almost half a year, until May. So
yeah, it's actually a funny story. When we were Eve when we went to the mountains, to a mountain
Oh, this year.
nearby,
Yeah.
this year, to watch the fireworks. We started playing what's it's called the playlist of your playlist of the year 2022 on Spotify, and it mostly consisted on songs like old songs, Dirty Dancing style.
Yeah, exactly.
And
because I was a girl fanning like this old shit, like all the time playing these songs. Like in the end of the year, Spotify only focused on that part of the year, so you can imagine how much I replayed the same songs over and over again. And then the song started when we were on the New Year's Eve, and it was very nice. We had like an older couple, I don't know if they're old, but they were like swinging their foot, and I was like, yeah, you know, these are the songs you swing on.
while everything was exploding.
Yeah. So that was unexpected.
More unexpected things.
Oh my god, this one is very good. Liking to ride a motorcycle. This was so fun.
The summer.
Yeah, I was not expecting to like it. I was like super afraid. Oh, maybe I cannot drive this. I was always terrible. Everyone told me like I was very terrible driving things, and I was like, this is the most fun. I want one. You know, I want just to drive the rest of my life. That was unexpected and very funny. Yeah.
No, I have.
Okay, go.
For me, unexpected, I think, was the amount of effort I was able to put on while I was working and head of communications at and how much I could give myself to the point where I was like, I can't do anything else. I haven't got any time to do anything, and it wasn't. I didn't know I had that in me, for the good and the bad. For the good, for being able to try something and work a lot on something which I didn't really know what I was doing, and then on the bad side, I had nothing else, basically nothing else going on at that time. It sounds like it's a long time ago. It was,
Yeah, I was thinking.
in the middle of last
We only left Reboot on the end of the year, like in September. And in August, I was still working for Reboot, at least like teaching others to be in my role. So it's very strange how it was so much consuming my life that time, and now it's hard for me to remember things. Like I was not properly living, so I think I made the right decision. I'm very glad it didn't end now. Like I'm glad that I see someone pursuing the NGO and trying to do something with it, the things we built it. But for me it was not working, so I think I made the right decision, and let's see what will happen with that. I have another projects on my own, and it's also very fun. Okay. Were you dishonest with others or yourself?
Were you generally?
Yeah. You felt like you were dishonest.
I was a bit not. I was a bit dishonest with you until some point, because I was accumulating stuff that I didn't want to talk about, and I was hoping that it just went away, and then I couldn't do it no more. So I was a bit dishonest in the sense that I wasn't sharing everything that I felt, and it started weighing on me. And maybe I am still a bit dishonest with other people, because I'm used to doing or saying what needs to be said and people are hoping me to say. With in this case, with other people in my life.
This is very nice.
It's another.
Hear it, but
It's another line. It's
Yeah.
not possible.
Yeah, it was a very hard time. Do you feel that can happen again, like you being dishonest to me? Oh God.
I choked.
Still. Yeah, I really hope not. It was very hard. Felt like we were living a lie. You were. It felt like I could not trust anything that you have ever said to me. And that's.
But that wasn't.
Yeah, but that's what I felt. So, for me, if I was dishonest with others, for sure. But mainly because I'm dishonest to myself. I find surprising that you think you are dishonest, like you are used to do what is supposed to do with others. I know where that comes from in your point, but I feel like you are the most honest person I ever knew, in the sense that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like I'm much more like that than you. For instance, we were just preparing, like when I feel someone is excited about something, like, oh my god, let's do this, and it's going to be super fun, like, I know, creating an Instagram in Paredes de Cora. And for me it was like, no, I don't leave Paredes de Cora like that. For me it's completely different, it's super relaxed, it's so freeing, nothing planned. It's like being in another world where there are no responsibilities. But I could not say, like, oh, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not going to participate. And this is just an example, because.
But you did not do it. You just did what you wanted.
Yes, but I was not honest. I could not put in the words, like, to say something as simple as, like, you can do it, but I'm not going to do it. Just because I'm so afraid that people will just leave me because I'm being like a party buster. No, it's not this expression, right? Like when you kill the party.
Buzzkill. No. Mood killer.
Yeah, like a mood killer. I'm so afraid of being a mood killer and someone. Okay, no, because of that I don't like you anymore.
Party crasher.
Yeah, party crasher. That I don't say things, so I'm being dishonest, and then I cannot. I feel so bad with myself for not showing up the way I am. Yeah, it's mostly hard on myself not being honest with others. I don't think it's harmful for others when I'm not, like, this dishonesty I have with others. However, this year my word of the year is for sure authenticity.
Is that a question?
No, but I'm just complimenting what I'm saying. So I want to be more honest, especially with myself, understanding what I'm feeling and being true to that, and maybe saying things that are hard for other people, because I am not responsible for what others feel. I'm responsible for what I feel, and I can express myself without being harsh to others. Yeah, I think I started doing that, like, especially on the Christmas when I didn't like the presents.
Oh yeah.
That was super hard for me to say. But
so you got me this present actually, but I got the present actually. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, the Christmas are very hard on me because I always felt that I was not being seen for who I am, not for someone I'm pretending to be, like a way more perfect than my real version. Yeah, so I'm like, when I try to show up like what I am, what I like, and someone gets it wrong, someone is running. There is someone passing. 1 second. Yeah, someone running. Yeah, I just want to be seen this year for who I am and for what I like and dislike. And if someone that I like doesn't like that version of me, I have to accept that. And yeah, that's it. Okay. They say, do you have any memorable story?
Any memorable story of 2022?
Yes.
Probably have, but I'm not remembering.
Okay, I have a lot, actually.
Does it involve me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So first one is for sure going to a party in February. I think it was February. pretending like we knew how to swing and rock and roll.
That's really
That was so much fun, like not knowing how to dance and just moving around. Like you,
We
like,
did a workshop for 2 hours before, right?
yeah, but we didn't do anything like that. I was jumping and things like that. It was so fun. I really loved it.
I think we recorded an episode.
Yeah, we have an episode about that. It was
Really short.
yeah, 15 minutes or so. It's a memorable story. More memorable stories. We did a lot of trips last year. We are not talking about that. Like we went to Greece
On the beginning.
on the beginning of the year in February. We went to Greece. We also went to Algarve in the summer that we didn't do the year before. Went to Paredes de Cora. Oh, that can be a memorable story. Like when we were listening to Beach House and
I was trying to remember something from Paris because I knew that there was something there.
yeah, so we were listening to Beach House and I really disliked Beach House on the first year I saw them in Paredes de Cora. It was awful. They were like late 1 hour. It's oh my god, why? And then they didn't even say like sorry we are late because of this or that. No, this was like okay, let's play. They said nothing.
Yeah, played and
then left and yeah, it was horrible. I think this year they tried to make up for that year. I felt like that because now I understand that they are very awkward, socially awkward, and they were just like, oh, you see, let's give like a silent moment just for appreciating the stars and the planets, and I was yay, and you were hugging me all the concert, and it felt like the best concert I have ever been to. Oh, I went to a concert for the first time alone. I went to Primavera Sound.
That was a fun, memorable story because you were like in the concerts and I was up as well in your apartment.
I think this train is going to be listening. It's horrible. We are very sorry. Like, it reminds us of the first episode. The sound was very bad. It's gas. I've seen it. From the silent moments you can appreciate it. There is a dog coming. I hope it doesn't crash our phone.
Yeah. I went to. You stayed up all day and night, and you
Yeah.
came on the bus on the next day, and I went to get you on the bus station. Yeah, I practically didn't sleep.
Ні, Груша.
The dog is not stressed.
Груша.
The dog is Russian.
The Russian.
Yeah.
You can see us. Yeah, beautiful.
No, you stayed awake, like just waiting for me more or less.
Yeah, I was just seeing what you were saying, and a bit scared when you started telling me that you might lose the bus.
Oh, that's a memorable story.
Yeah, and then you told me fully.
Yeah, so can you imagine playing GTA? Is that the way you say in English? GTA in real fucking life. Yeah, just like that. I said, okay, I have to get a fucking Uber or a taxi. I need to be on the train station in like half an hour, and the ride is 20 minutes. I'm making up this time. I cannot remember. And there was like, okay, I have 25 minutes now. Okay, shit, I have 20 minutes. This is my last opportunity to get the fucking Uber to get to the train. Come on. And I was just like on the middle of the street, please, someone get me on the train. I need to be there. And it was like 18 minutes to go. And someone just accepted to drive us there. It was a very
you were
big
showing
Uber.
a 10 euro note.
Yeah, 20 euro. I was like, I give you 20 euros if you get me on the train at time. And I entered the car, and it just like crossed the street with a straight white line, so you cannot cross to the other side in that place. And it goes in the like presses really hard on the car, so the velocity is going really up, and I'm like, whoa! And then it just enters in a garage, goes down and appears in the other side where is exactly my train. And I was there in 10 minutes, a ride that was supposed to take me 20 minutes. It was so crazy, like passing all the red lights, everything. But I got there and I went home safely, so it was fun,
Really
quite scary, but I played the game in real life.
Played the game.
Yeah, I think that's it, right? So, next question. What is something that you cannot do right now but you want to do this year, 2023?
I would say start living abroad
Okay.
because this is a temporary
Yeah.
rental.
Just for you to know, when you are working in Portugal, but trying to live abroad, you can only live half a year.
For tax purposes, the maximum is 6 months of a year. So technically, Portuguese legislation, I have 6 months of 2023 that I can be somewhere else.
Yeah, so 5 more months to get a job.
But then in Germany, the residence permit is not like wherever I want. So basically, we have until April.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I can say more things. That is the thing.
Yeah, but you can say more things. I think you are very
Yeah, but I have
interesting.
to think.
Yeah, you can.
And then it will be silent.
Yeah, I think they feel like we are very slow in our podcasts.
I feel like we are. Because we have to think and
Yeah, because we don't
Today-
prepare. Maybe you would like us to prepare and be super fast, but look authentic like every other
yeah.
podcast.
really authentic.
Yeah, this is a very hard question. There is a lot of things I would like to do, but I don't want to say them because I'm not putting any effort to improve. So you can only really want something if you are putting some effort to accomplish them. For instance, I would love to do a handstand. I put the effort in 2021. I did like a course for months and I still can't fucking do a handstand. So I'm not putting any much effort on that anymore. Although I would like to be able to do it.
What was the question?
What is something that you cannot do now that you want to be able to do in 2023? Okay, this is very hard.
I answered.
Okay, yeah, but I didn't. Something I can do right now. It's really hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard. Unless you want to, you were planning on writing a book
Yeah.
or learning a new skill.
Yeah, I would love to know German, at least a conversation, like a B1 at least. But I'm not putting an effort on that because it's super expensive in Frankfurt to get a course, and I think I would need that to reach that point. I would also love to be able to do more meditation and yoga. It's not. I will be I know I will be doing that.
It's not like you never do it.
Exactly.
So you're on the right path.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I know something. This is very personal, actually. Something I'm not being able to do is like, but I really want to do it next year is stop comparing me with others, like especially other women. Like everything is a competition for me. I'm not pretty enough. I don't have the perfect body. I don't have the perfect ass. I don't have the perfect boobs. I don't have the perfect face. Or not even perfect. It's like there's someone always better than me. Like I look at someone that is pretty. I'm like, okay, yeah, she's prettier than me, or something like that. And I'm having a very hard time not comparing to others, which was something that I stopped when in my teenage years, surprisingly. Yeah, and I would like, and I'm trying to put an effort on that, like trying to concentrate on, I'm where I am because I need to be in this right place, and there are people that will be more beautiful or with better boobs or with better ass, whatever. But I'm a fucking human being that is in this universe for some reason. I'm so special, and so my soul is so perfect in a unique way that I need to stop comparing me with others, especially with something that is physical. That's something like very personal, but I want to do that.
I think there's an aspect here that is important. That is when we are comparing ourselves to others, it's never like an equal standpoint. You're not like comparing a whole human that you are with a whole human that is other person, because you see it on Instagram or on a TV series or wherever, or like another person passed on the side of the road. You don't know that person. You got a glimpse or you have an idea about that person, and then you compare that to your old self, and it's not really an equal standpoint of comparison. I understand that physically it seems like it's easy to do that kind of comparison. Even that, you see it on the internet. Most things are fake. Most things are fake. We know they are fake.
Yeah, but not in like when I pass someone in the street.
But maybe, but that's also fake. I don't think it's really comparable. I wouldn't do it. I don't do it.
Yeah, but I do. Yeah, I think I need to put an effort on that, especially liking myself, and I think it goes back to authenticity, where I have to understand that I can be seen and loved just by being. Yeah, that's something. Okay,
We have a lot of questions. It's very long.
No, I think we can go faster at some point. Yeah, like this one, most enjoyable part of your job. From 2020. I can go for this one. I have 2 jobs, so the first one, it was very enjoyable for me, feeling appreciated for the 3 years I gave, and feeling like I could pass the knowledge and as someone being there, doing the things I was doing. That's very nice. And for this new one, I'm always being challenging. Like I need to learn again how to program. I need to learn a lot of concepts in the investment world. I've been doing scale. I'm really really proud of myself. I'm always jumping off happiness when I can do something new. So that's very enjoyable for me. Nice.
For me, it's similar in the sense that some enjoyment I got from my job was from progressing and people recognizing that I'm better and that I'm really valuable. That's something I learned from my job. I didn't learn that I was good. I just learned that people were recognizing something. And then other good part of my job was being able to work from here, go to a place, and that there was no problem from my team. So that was really nice.
I think one thing that is also enjoyable in our work you are not mentioning, maybe you don't feel like that, but is being able to share your new passion about investments with people that work with you and are quite superior in the sense of have a higher position.
That's not really related to the job.
It's relatable because it's someone that is working with you.
Yeah, but
and you can teach them things that you like.
That's not enjoyable from the job. Okay. Something that I enjoyed as a person with some other person that works with me.
Okay, next question. Best way you use your time last year?
Best way I use my time.
Reading. For me, it was reading again. I fell in love with reading. I read a lot of nice books. I have also to mention like enjoying moments, like doing playful things, like going to a dance or going to a concert, like I did in January with Suzanne to Tarta. It was an amazing concert. That was the best. Like the best way I used my time was to have fun, and I want to do more of that this year. That's my answer.
I think the best way I used my time was doing things that I haven't already done, never done, like exploring other paths for my life, exploring other skills, trying to learn like German, reading, investments, all things new were really good dedication of my time, because mostly I tend to stay in the same place for a long time and don't really do anything different. I know I like this, so I'll stay here doing this. So doing new things is also a good use of my time, because I can expand my horizons and see. Maybe I like other things, and because I know I don't really know a lot about life and what I want to do and what I'm good at. So staying mostly on the same spot and doing the same things is mostly just fear of being rejected or not doing good enough on other things. So me actively trying to think different things is always a good use of my time.
I have another thing that was a good use of my time. It was pausing when I felt something that was new or I didn't understand, trying to assimilate it and then share it. It was super important to me, like being able to share deeply what I was feeling. Like when I wake up with my eyes extremely heavy, and I could share with you why I felt like that. Also, when, for instance, I forget because someone passed and I was focusing on that. But yeah, mostly feeling things, understanding them, and sharing with you. Like when we were in Juris, I was like, we had a lot of pressure to reach some goals in Hollywood. So I was always thinking of work, although we said like no work this weekend. And I just felt like, okay, let's go do this, do that. And I had like a list of things I wanted to do in Juris. And we were just in the car, and if you ask me, like, are you resting, or I don't know exactly what were the words that he used, but I was like, no, I'm not resting. And I just started crying, and it was relieving. After that, it was so much better for me, the trip.
I remember. Then
I put a picture of that on my Instagram as a grateful moment of 2022.
Another thing that's also always good use of time is eating healthy and doing exercise. So it's always good. Just
we do that
because I know I can stop doing that if my life goes one way. I can just never exercise or eat. Just not caring about what happens.
Biggest waste.
Time waste.
For me, it's comparing. Like I said before, comparing with others, overthinking. Sometimes, like, rethink things that. Imagine that we had a fight and, like, rethink why we had that fight. Like, for instance, if I'm jealous of something and I just replay all the fucking time that moment when I felt jealous. That's obviously a waste of time. I just need to talk it out, understand your point of view, understand my point of view, and let it go.
Yeah, for me it's similar. It's the time that I spent just thinking about stuff without saying, and trying to help you constantly by doing something that really takes a lot of energy from me, and it doesn't work for you.
Can you give an example?
Like when you are just maybe you feel bad and you're feeling down, and I'm just like constantly just trying to be with you and to show you, I don't know, just trying to make things better for you and just being by your side and I don't know, touching your feet or a lot of things that don't really work, and or try saying the right thing.
Touching my feet always works, just for you to know.
Yeah, but it wasn't not really. There are moments and there are moments.
Yeah.
Those two things waste more energy. The second thing wastes more energy than time. It's the same. Because if you're wasting your energy on something, then for how much time do you have to do anything else? You won't do it because you don't have any energy.
I appreciate you trying at it.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just wasting my time. I just could go care about my things and give my energy to my things, and it wouldn't make a difference. Sometimes I feel like that's a waste of my time to do that.
Yeah, it's important for you to focus on that.
There's probably a lot of things that I wasted my time this year.
There is a biggest lesson. Next question.
Biggest lesson learned. I think it for me it's related to what we were talking about and discussed a lot last year, which was that there's no point just trying to just suck it up, knowing that you need something to be good and to be happy or to feel good about yourself. And I know that if I do something this way or that way, but it wouldn't be like I'm not being genuine, and then it accumulates over time. And if I'm not saying anything, it will reach a point that I cannot do it any longer, and I'm being dishonest. And how tempting it is to do that, because it's really natural to me to just, okay, you need that, I will give you that, because it then solves my problems as well. Because if you're not angry or sad with me, then I don't have to worry. And then when there's something wrong, I really worry and I really leave it all on myself, and it's all my fault. And then I accumulate it, and biggest lesson is, well, there's no point in doing that.
For me, the biggest lesson is related to that, but it's I have no control. I have tried so hard to have control over everything in my life, but I have no control in what you think, what you feel. You, I mean other people. You, because I interact with you more than with other people. But I have no control in what happens in the universe sometimes. Shit happens. I have no control on what other people think. At some point, like, of course I can make things a lot prettier and more perfect, but at the end I have no control on what people think or feel, and that was the biggest lesson of totally.
What's this year?
No, it's not.
What do you want more of?
What do you want more of? I said it already.
Parties, fun.
Fun moments.
Yeah, I think it's hard for us to find, because
Yeah, here it's very hard.
I don't say here. I'd say anywhere.
Okay, I say here it's very hard.
Here it's harder than weekends. I think it's anywhere, unless you have like people, other people.
Exactly, that's why here it's harder. I felt my relationship with people that were in Djibouti, now that I'm not in Djibouti, like some people, I felt closer to them, and I felt like I want to spend enjoyable times with them. I really loved the episode with Tomas and Beatriz. I think it was my favorite in the sense that, not that other ones were not good, but it was a really conversation, like deep thoughts and thinking of things that I have never think before, and yeah, I felt like I want to spend more time with Tomas and Beatriz. I felt like I want to spend more time with Marianne, doing fun things like, I don't know, jumping around. Like I would love, like today when I wake up, I was just thinking of us dancing like the Wednesday dance. It was so fun. It was so fun not to have the pressure to be perfect and just dancing. So I would love for us to just learn the dance and do it. Yeah. So yeah, more fun moments. And yeah, being more light. I also want more of us in bed, like talking. I love that.
Talking in bed.
Yeah, when you normally fall asleep.
It's tough. Yeah, but I agree.
Yeah. Okay, this is nice.
Best books you read this year. Best books. Can you just say one?
Yeah, if it was only one, of course. For me, it's always hard for me to focus on the books of the beginning of the year. I would have to
really
check.
remember.
I would have to check Goodreads, but in my mind right now is The Republic from Plato. Fucking amazing book. Oh my god. It explains why democracy doesn't work, and it was a mind-blowing. Huh? It doesn't. And this was a mind-blowing book for me. Very reflective. I would love to read another book of him or his teacher, which was Aristoteles. How do you say it? Aristotle, that's the name. Actually, it should be in Greek because the names
Aristoteles.
the names don't change. Yeah, for sure that. I also liked the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hook just because it was super easy book to read, like super fast, light, nice book to read. The Power of Geography just because I'm fascinated about the world of other countries and geographies. This was the last ones, that's why I'm mentioning them. They were fascinating for me. I also read one about autistic girl, which made me think like maybe I'm not so socially adept like I thought before. Also very nice, super light, and that's what I can think of right now.
Don't remember what I read.
You read 2 books of philosophy?
Did I? I read. Yeah, I didn't like those particularly.
Okay.
So was the How to Be a Stoic, right? And Good and the Nietzsche book, the God is Dead.
Mm-hmm.
We have killed him.
Yeah, you read that.
They were nice. I've always liked to read philosophy, but it didn't really resonate with me. I think it was a bit old, or I don't fully understand most things. So that's.
You think it's because of that?
Yeah, it's a lot of history of the past, because when they were written for a specific purpose and based on specific stories or livelihoods that really resonate and I don't really get living here now this time. But I think I read more books, but I just don't really remember.
Yeah, you were always with the book also.
I was.
Yeah, I think most of the time.
Didn't I really set them up? And so
You see this?
did I?
I don't know.
Ah, yeah, I read. Just to see this.
Yeah, do you like it?
What's the story again?
You know, when people start
Oh,
not voting.
Yeah, this was really good.
You like it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we didn't talk about that. It is one of my favorite books.
yeah, I really liked it.
Is there a movie, like, it's easier for you to say the best movie of the year? I have one that I don't want to say because I think I will spoil it. Because I think you will also like
Also,
it. Yeah.
best movie 2022.
Don't get bored, we have only more 2 questions after this.
I only remember Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite movie of the year.
But I remember it because you loved it, not because I liked it very well also.
You didn't love it. I really loved it.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was different from everything I've ever seen.
Yeah, but there are a lot of cool things that I see, but I don't really remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I'm just
have a sorry, you can. I have an opinion of that can be unusual. I think Black Mirror is overrated.
That's why we're talking about this right now.
I just remember it, and it's not that good. So yeah,
I've just seen some episodes. You haven't seen it.
yeah, I have seen 4 episodes. Or five.
Five.
5 episodes. I will see everything, and I can go back to it afterwards. So, do we move on, or do you want to think a little bit more of this?
I'm disappointed because I don't remember.
Best restaurant. This is very hard for Nuno. He never like does the rating of things like that. I'm not rating. I'm just like thinking.
Best restaurant.
Yeah.
I really like the Indian one. It's really fun.
Okay, that's so nice. For me, this sushi, best sushi I have ever
The
had.
sushi was yeah, but the Indian was more different because
Okay.
I never ate.
We can go there.
It was really spicy
Again.
and it was really tough, and we ate like 2 meals in one.
Yeah, I was so
And that was part of the fun.
full. I felt like I could roll into roll, go with like a ball.
Like yeah, and it was nice because we were in the line for about 10 seconds. It was like a 20
yeah, there was a
person
line, and
then
Nuno was like, "Oh, Sofia,
maybe
should we
should
go?"
anywhere
And like,
else.
no, let's wait just a little bit. And like I finished this sentence, some woman came and asked like, "Is there any group of 2?" And we're like, "Yeah."
We're the only ones.
Yeah, we were the only ones, so we just seated, and it was very nice. Can we move further?
We should.
Okay. So next question: what did you do this year? If you knew, yeah, but I want to go again for the first one.
Oh.
So what would you do this year if you knew it could not fail? I would open my own business. I would start my idea that I will not share because I don't want you to use it. I would start my idea, I would start my own business, I would start controlling more of my time. I would also continue working as an investment manager, because I still feel like I can learn a lot, but that's not for this. I just would start my own business on something I have an idea on, and the other one I would start 2 business, and the other one that I also have an idea on, and I'm starting to talk with the person that is responsible for that, and I can implement the idea. And Mariana, you know, this is the idea with you, so yeah, I'll implement the idea. I would also participate in a competition of rock and roll dancing if I could not fail.
Yeah, you would do a lot if you could not fail.
Yeah.
I would probably like run a marathon just to feel like what it is.
Nice.
If I could not die from it. The things that came to my mind was just that and professional related as well, but I wouldn't do anything in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Do you want to go back to the first question, or we end this year?
What was the first question?
Who did we become? Like you
Yeah.
and I.
I have anything else to add?
I also don't think like right now, so I think we are ending here.
Are we?
Yeah. No? Do you want to say anything else?
No, it's not really an ending.
No? Like, what are we doing if we could not fail this year? I think it's a very pretty impressive ending. I would really, really love to listen your ideas. Like, especially the people, not
Why this word?
like the answers for these questions.
We will write it in the description.
Yeah, we can write the questions. I would love to know your, like, just reply to one question. I would love, like, especially the people that we know, we still know.
We don't have to write it on public, like on the comments, or you can send it just to
Yeah,
us.
okay.
Talk to us.
I would love, yeah, talk to us.
Talk to Sofia. Sofia is always on Instagram.
It's not true. Don't say that. I'm actually never on
I
Instagram.
just, he just likes spider videos.
Yeah, I like spider
It's
videos.
terrible. I hate it so much. I want to buy them all step.
No, they are so cute. I promise, like jumping spiders are the cutest. Okay, so bye. See you in another episode.
It stops right now. No?
It's not.
It doesn't. It only works in your head.
No, it's not.